Henderson, where it was all silver nights. Nike Coco certainly not playing his best game, but that's going to happen. The ebbs and flows and peaks and valleys of a season, as head coach Derek Laxtal likes to mention, especially with such a young team. This is how close the Pacific Division standings are. The Firebirds win tonight. They currently sit in 5th place. They can go up to 2nd place. If they lose, they could drop down to 8th. So they've played 31 games into this season, still quite a bit of the season to go, but it is extremely close, and every single point matters at this point in the season. This is the first time Henderson is visiting the Acrisure Arena here this season, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of team they're rolling with as well. Extremely close. As mentioned, this is the first of 7 home games this month at Acrisure Arena, so a perfect time to get on a little roll for the Firebirds. Puck drop a half hour earlier tonight at 6:30. So, of course, more on that. You can join the pregame show, Hockey Night Coachella Valley at 5:30 on My Firebirds TV on KPSC. Now, the big story, though, Oscar Fisker Molgaard, the Firebirds forward from Denmark. Not only did he make his NHL debut this season with the Kraken, where he found the score sheet with an assist, he was named to Denmark, the team for the 2026 Winter Olympics in Milan, Italy, coming up in just a month or so. We had a chance to catch up with the Danish forward earlier today.
I mean, obviously, that's the greatest honor you can get as a hockey player and just an athlete overall, and be able to represent your country on the biggest stage in the world. So, dream come true for me, and yeah, I'm really excited to get going. So, yeah, I was quite lucky to get a call from our coach a couple of weeks ago, where he told me that I was a part of his national team, and obviously that was yeah, a dream come true and a fun message to get.
Not sure it gets any cooler or bigger at just 20 years old to be able to represent your country, and to think right here in the Coachella Valley, in this very building, there's an Olympian. Pretty cool. We'll have more on the Olympics, of course, next month for 3 weeks right here on NBC Palm Springs, the home for the Winter Olympics, and we'll have more tonight right here at 11. We'll hear from head coach Derek Laxtal following the game. Live inside Acrisure Arena, I'm Tim O'Brien.
All right, our thanks to Tim for that. Before we get into tonight's weather, have a look at this. A photo sent to our newsroom from viewer Chris McWhirther to bald eagle hanging out over at Lake Cahuilla in La Quinta. Chris ended up telling us that this bird was looking out for fish. He spotted it when he was camping. And from that to this, live pictures right now, a bird's eye view, if you will, of our Agua Caliente casino camera. We're going to send things over to our Pablo Alcina. He's got the latest on the forecast. Hey, Pablo.
Hey, Mark, gorgeous shot of the nighttime. You couldn't tell the winds there, but yeah, they will start picking up. Talk about that in a bit. Currently 63 degrees, winds calm, humidity a bit higher, 51% than we're used to. Temperatures, though, gorgeous. 49 in Yucca Valley. In Palm Springs, around 63. In Big Bear City, just above freezing at 34. Now the temperatures should drop another 10 degrees as the night goes on. The winds, they will start picking up as much as 30 miles an hour in the Whitewater area on Thursday. I will talk about the winds more in my 7-day forecast. Palm Springs, light winds, just 6 miles an hour. And our 3-day comfort air forecast, gorgeous. Mid to high 60s, low 70s for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Partly cloudy Thursday and Friday, but very little clouds. And Saturday should just be a sunny, gorgeous day in Coachella Valley. Of course, in the sun, it'll feel more like in the 70s, 80s, so just simply perfect. A great time to be alive. But again, it will be a little bit windy, but I'll talk about that in a bit.
All right, Pablo, thank you. Well, it's been 1 week since a man says he was stabbed while taking his routine walk on CV Link. Authorities now trying to piece together who the attacker is and what their motive was. Our Tiani Jadalang is live in studio tonight. She spoke with local law enforcement and has the latest details. Tiani?
Olivia, the attack took place in broad daylight in a space where several bikers and walkers frequent on a daily basis. But now the Palm Springs Police Department is asking for the public's help.
This 40-mile transportation corridor was created to provide a safe space to walk, run, bike, or even use a golf cart. The Palm Springs Police Department tells us violent activity isn't generally a problem here.
Most of the complaints was like vehicles traversing through the path, which we're trying to address, and that's the general complaint.
But an attack between a walker and an unknown individual is causing fear amongst neighbors that frequent the path. PSPD says the incident took place on Cathedral Canyon, an area that falls under the jurisdiction of the Palm Springs Police Department.
They happened to cross paths when an individual that was walking the other direction And what they noticed is that just this individual gave them a dirty look. The individual, there was no interaction at that time. The individual continued on their walk for about 15 minutes and then started returning home.
It was shortly after that things quickly turned violent.
The individual, the suspect, put a mask over his head and approached the victim as he was cussing. The individual ended up striking the victim in the stomach, which caused the victim to fall to the ground. At that point, the victim experienced a sharp pain to his side, and during this brief interaction, the suspect ended up running away. It was after this incident that the victim realized he had been stabbed.
The victim was then transported to a local hospital. Phone footage the victim was able to capture during the incident is now being used by local law enforcement to investigate who the attacker was.
This scenario is kind of unique because the victim already saw the suspect. And then it's just, there was no demand for property or anything like that. It was just the individual was cussing. So it's hard to determine whether or not it was somebody that was just out there a potential danger to somebody else, or this, in fact, was an attempted robbery.
Anyone with information is encouraged to call Detective Gilberto Alcaraz with PSPD. That number can be found at the bottom of your screen. As for a description of the suspect, PSPD says they believe it was a male in his 40s wearing a dark long-sleeve shirt and had short, dark hair. Live in studio, I'm Tiani Jadaling, NBC Palm Springs.
Tiani, thank you. Coming up next tonight, a local community has been recommended for historic designation. We have details ahead and what comes next in the process.
But first tonight, we have a look at your gold and silver prices. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 6 o'clock, and we're back right after this.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea.
And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. Be sure not to miss anything. If you're only watching us on TV, you're only getting part of the story. Head to our new website. Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 6.
Welcome back. The Palm Springs Historic Site Preservation Board has unanimously recommended historic district status for Sagewood condominiums. The 107-unit mid-century modern complex was designed by architect Donald Wexler and completed in 1972. About 70% of homeowners supported the nomination. Board members cited its architectural significance, with the property reflecting a period of local history. The recommendation now goes to the Palm Springs City Council for final approval.
The Cathedral City Police Department is making drivers and neighbors aware that there will be police presence in the city as part of a training exercise. It's happening in the area of James Workman Middle School around 30th Avenue. It actually started today and it's going to go through tomorrow. That's from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. According to the police department, they're advising residents to be aware of a large police squad within the area during the training.
Take you outside for a live look from our Indian Wells Golf Resort camera this evening. What started as a cloudy morning with a chance of rain turned to some blue skies for most of the Coachella Valley. But what's on the way for the rest of our 7-day forecast? Pablo Alsina is in right after the break, and he's tracking those conditions, so stay with us.
I'm Pablo Alsina. Another gorgeous day in the desert. Weather-wise, just perfect, crisp, cold temperatures. But wind should start picking up. You don't see it right now with the palm trees there. I mean, the tree's barely moving, but that's going to definitely be changing. If you're seeing the temperatures, though, it's still cooler than normal. Usually we're at 70 degrees. Today at 68. So every single day in January has been cooler than normal. But look at this. Even as crisp and cool as it was here, we were still the hottest in the Southwest at 68 degrees. LA coming close at 67. The wind I was talking about, it will start picking up on Thursday, especially in Whitewater, with wind gusts up to 40 miles an hour in some cases. Desert Hot Springs on Friday, they'll get that wind gust also between 30 and 39 miles an hour. South of the I-10 should be around 10 to 19 miles an hour for the rest of the week. High temperatures we saw today, just 71 in Palm Desert, 68 in Palm Springs. Big Bear City with a high of just 42. And look at Cabazon, their high in the low 60s at 62. Now, if you're going walking today, please watch the Rogan Report after watching us. Of course, I got to guest anchor it. Love doing that show. 6 p.m. we were at 60. By midnight, it's not going to cool off that much, but we'll still be in the low 50s, around 52 degrees. Now, low temperatures for tonight. In Idlewild, they'll be at 39. Palm Desert, 49. And Big Bear City, coolest in the area at 29 degrees. Our friends in 29 Palms at 45 degrees. 7-day comfort air forecast. Look how gorgeous. Partly cloudy for some days. Saturday should be just sunny. Gorgeous, perfect, high 60s, low 70s. Sunday heating up a little bit, but the clouds will be back. And then on Monday, we'll be back into the mid to high 70s for Monday and Tuesday. But can't complain with this weather. I'm Pablo Alsina, and keep it here for Water Wise Wednesdays.
Water Wise Wednesday, brought to you by Coachella Valley Water District.
Have you ever heard of CV Water Counts? Well, here to explain is Lorraine Garcia, Communication Manager with the Coachella Valley Water District. Welcome, Lorraine.
Hello.
So what is this program all about?
So CV Water Counts is a collaboration of the 6 water agencies in the Coachella Valley, and we collaborate on educating the community about conservation and water.
I love that. It's so important to come together, to work together, because it makes a bigger impact, right?
Yes.
Who decided to do this?
So back in, I believe it was 2016 and maybe even earlier than that, we got together so that we can have a more unified message and also collaborate on what's going on and what we're doing so we can better serve our customers.
And what is the Water Academy?
Yeah, so the Water Academy is a program for anyone who wants to learn more about their water and where it comes from, how water agencies serve the community with drinking water, sewer services, and so much more, and how we manage those precious resources.
Is it something where you meet in person? People can sign up?
Yes, so it's usually a evening that maybe 4 evenings in a month, and we hold it at UCR in Palm Desert at the campus.
How do viewers apply?
So they can learn more and apply at cvwatercounts.com.
All right, sounds like fun, interesting, and a way to learn about our water.
Yes.
Lorraine, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Water Wise Wednesday, brought to you by Coachella Valley Water District. Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Welcome back. Some consumer news tonight. CES 2026 is underway in Las Vegas right now. The Consumer Electronics Show highlights some of the biggest tech products that will hit shelves this year.
From smart sprinkler systems to a robot that'll fold your laundry, Jen Sullivan takes us inside in tonight's Consumer Watch.
It's the World's Fair of Technology and Gadgets, the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas.
The whole idea is to see the latest technology that will be available to change and enhance our lives.
The more than 2.6 million square foot exhibit space is like a giant time machine into the not so distant future. Allison Freed with CES says this year artificial intelligence is taking tech to a new level.
AI is completely changing global economies, essentially.
The multi-day event brings together some of the smartest tech minds from more than 4,000 companies. Sorry, it's not open to the public. So let's take a look at some of the products promising to make life easier for us. Like Deslock's Smart Lock. No need to enter your home with a key. This solar-powered gadget reads your face.
If you're not at home and you have a parent, a friend, a kid who needs to get in, you can upload their picture, make sure that they are an approved user to come into your house.
This smart lock costs about $300. Check out this robotic lawnmower from Dream that can give you real-time feedback on your lawn. Sticker price about $3,000. Tired of watering your lawn with a hose? Check out Aper's smart irrigation system. It tailors care to every plant in your garden. It will cost you around $580. Love to grill? Several companies are rolling out smart grills that can perfect your meat. No more burnt burgers. And how about this? LG's Cloyd, the robot that will take over household tasks like cooking and laundry. Many of these products will be available to buy this year. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
Warner Brothers Discovery's board of directors has once again unanimously recommended to its shareholders that they reject a, quote, hostile takeover offer from Paramount Studios. The board concluding the Paramount bid is inferior to a previously announced deal with Netflix to buy Warner Brothers Discovery studio and streaming business for $72 billion. The board made their recommendation despite the guarantee of backing for the Paramount Skydance offer by billionaire Larry Ellison, which has a point of contention in Paramount's initial bid to buy Warner Brothers. That all means Netflix is again in the lead to acquire the valuable company along with all of its coveted assets. We'll be right back.
Brighter Side of the News is brought to you by Fiesta Kia. Discover the all-new Fiesta Kia located in the I-10 Auto Mall.
All right, finally tonight, the Olympic torch making its way through some heavy snow through northern Italy. Just under a month to go now until the start of the Milano Cortina Winter Games. The flame began its journey across Italy from Rome a month ago. It's been to the islands of Sardinia and Sicily, as well as the southern cities of Naples and Bari. As part of a 7,000-mile journey that will end in Milan's San Siro Stadium on February 6th. And again, you can watch the games right here on NBC Palm Springs, just around the corner.
Just around the corner. That looked like fun, but oh, that looked cold. The Winter Olympics. I respect all of those athletes playing in those freezing temperatures. They're good.
But they get to be in Italy. Can't beat that.
Can't beat that.
Including Molgard from the Firebirds.
That's right.
Just
And he's
announced
just
today.
20.
We'll have Firebirds highlights tonight at 11. Meantime, Pablo's in for Fred Rogan tonight.